Okay, let's talk a little bit about training. Training is going to be one of those key topics that I'd like to address in the channel, split it up amongst a number of different topics, and I'll just go over a few examples right now. The first one is communication. This is a really essential skill set that's needed in the workplace. This is going to be everything from written and verbal, even nonverbal communication, body language. I'd like to get into some training materials that will help you develop better communication skills and maybe how to write emails, better to explain your point of view, how to interact with others, also eliminating filler words in your speech and being able to get across your point of view or your topics as clearly and concisely as possible. So a few topics in this regard that we'll do deeper dives into with the various videos on the channel. Something along the lines of best practices for emails, being able to use active listening at work. This is really important skill set. Being able to understand what's being asked, ask clarifying questions, and we'll go towards some interview topics as well, both being able to interview others for jobs, but also in client settings, in working with your colleagues, perhaps from other departments. The active listening is going to be a great skill to work on facilitating meetings, the communications required there, presentation skills, public speaking, whether it's, I know this could be a nerve-wracking type of topic, but being able to better navigate those, having more confidence in your presentation skills and public speaking. Conflict resolution is another one. I think this will be a good topic because navigating difficult conversations can be challenging, and just, going through maybe some scenarios, best practices on how to do those difficult conversations, whether it's performance related, maybe it's an HR issue that you as a manager have to get involved in, how to interpret body language, being able to read a room. That'll also be something. Proposal writing. This will be submitting proposals. This will be responding to proposals like RFPs, requests for proposals. Negotiation and being able to better persuade your audience and get the terms that you're looking for. Topics also for communication will be customer service, how to deal with customers that might not be happy and calling in to complain, and then just any other high stakes types of conversations. Maybe it's meetings with the board, meeting with executives, and being able to handle some of those conversations. Leadership, this will be a good training topic. It's something that you can continuously develop. Even experienced leaders need to be able to develop these skills. It takes time. How to guide a team, how to promote professional growth, how to elevate others, providing opportunities for growth, elevating others. People who want to grow in their organization, they're usually looking to develop their leadership skills, and this goes a long way towards promotions and just also leading by example. So I'd like to do a few deeper dives here on the channel with mentoring others, helping with decision making, whether it's you're the decision maker or maybe you're an influencer of the decisions. Any change management that's going to require leadership. Maybe there's a transition happening at work. Maybe there's a merger of some kind. Maybe some new processes that are being implemented, or maybe even a new system. Certainly some leadership that's required there. Effective delegation, being able to track and manage others without it feeling like it's micromanagement. Um, Evaluating your team, providing timely feedback, and giving measurable goals for the team. That'll also be part of some topics on the channel. Perhaps some incentive programs. These could be less formal or more formal with HR. Developing any performance standards and benchmarks, having to have any kind of disciplinary action that might be needed. Again, that's some of those difficult conversations from the communication side, managing feedback, providing feedback, and then being able to recognize accomplishments and success. Teamwork, this is a good one. The ability to work in a team, both need to be individual contributors, but there's certainly the times to work together as a team. How you can work better with your colleagues, have a direct impact on your productivity and your contributions as a team member. Being able to develop good teamwork skills, communication is a part of that. Resolving issues with the team, being able to prioritize your team, discussing any qualities for effective teamwork, building the good conditions for a team, developing a team strategy. Those will be some of the types of topics. Some deeper dives I'd like to do in terms of getting into teamwork, brainstorming, how to conduct any brainstorming sessions, collaborating across different departments. Maybe there's a different functional area that you have to partner with, or maybe they're a major stakeholder, having to work with some of those teams across different departments, various team building strategies. Also how to compromising. Maybe you can't make everyone happy, but how can you get to a compromise solution that's going to keep everyone on the same page and continuing to work together efficiently? Being able to connect with others, structuring your team. There are different roles required for the team, establishing trust with your team, being able to take in different perspectives and listening. Again, part of that active listening comes as being also a leader. It's part of teamwork, and also setting realistic expectations. Productivity. This one is how to be as efficient as possible. The training will hopefully provide different strategies about how to be more productive, various factors how to address factors that can be working against you with your productivity. And then creating a productive workspace, practicing discipline, and being able to keep to any deadlines, any throughput that's needed throughout the course of the week or the timeline throughout the course of the month to make sure you're hitting deadlines. Putting together tasks for the team and managing those tasks. Being able to organize the team, correcting any bad work habits that you're, between yourself and people on your team. Planning for any PTO or, absences that might happen, especially if they're unplanned. And then setting deadlines, being able to manage against deadlines, and identifying any issues and risks that might come up that might impact a deadline or the productivity of a team. Professionalism. This is a really important one. Always being professional, being on time, dressing the part. I know the workplace has gotten pretty flexible with attire, but knowing your company's culture and what's acceptable, what's not, knowing if you're going to a client site, how is the client dressing, and not coming in inappropriately dressed or overdressed, for that matter. Being able to have emotional intelligence, putting yourself into the shoes of others and having empathy. Best practices for being able to, your etiquette in the workplace, everything from voicemails to talking on the phone. I think in this day and age, people forget you can just pick up the phone, or call a colleague if they're not responding, or ping them on your Teams or Slack channels. Being able to express professionalism, appreciation. Somebody accomplished something, or somebody was able to get back to you in a short amount of time. Building a positive reputation, and having strong workplace ethics are all going to be different topics that I'd like to discuss on the channel during some of the training in the training category.